Greetings, everyone. Greetings, everyone. Don't worry, I'll get it. Okay, well, it is that time again. Yes, indeed. Package opening time. Package opening time. This is one I've really been looking forward to because, without giving away specifically what's in here, this is to do with the certain 50th anniversary that's going on this year. And one of my viewers wanted to contribute a few things to it to kind of help in the quest to get the whole set of it. Yes. So YouTube user goes by the name of Nordstar. Actually, I don't know if he has a YouTube profile. I'll have to look that up. But that's the username he's been going by anyway. We've been chatting a fair amount over on Facebook, and there's several volumes of this particular massive collection that inexplicably went out of print here in Region 1 land a few months ago, and suddenly started fetching collector's prices and were getting really hard to find. I managed to snag a few of them like right before they went out of print, so I kind of got lucky in that regard, especially since a lot of the ones I got are now the ones that fetch the highest prices. But there was still like 6 or 7 that I was missing, and I was getting really frustrated trying to find them. So Nordstar to the rescue. Nordstar is somebody who enjoys a good quest, and he really takes great delight in trying to track down these hard-to-find treasures, and not only that, but trying to track them down for the lowest prices he can find them for. So he likes to find the hard-to-find stuff and find it for a decent price whenever possible. So yeah, I don't know how he did it, but he got some crazy connections and managed to get his hands on most, if not all, of the ones I was looking for. So let's not waste any time. Let's take a look at what we got from Nordstar today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Okay, so I guess I should, secrets out. You probably figured out what it is. We are, of course, talking about Doctor Who. Yes, Doctor Who, the classic series specifically. There's a whole bunch of individual story releases that recently went out of print. I guess around June or July, they all just dropped out of print out of nowhere. The assumption is because these are older releases. You can tell by the way the BBC logo is presented on them. The newer ones actually have the BBC logo. Let me just grab a random one off the shelf here. Yeah, the newer ones are a little bit different. So this is the old style BBC logo, which is the black, just black and white square right in the middle over the logo. The newer ones have it like this. So they have sort of the purple logo in the corner. So the suspicion is that these ones are all dropping out of print because they're slightly older releases that use the older logo, and that they're going to be replaced. However, not all of them are older ones with the older logo. Some of them only came out like 2-3 years ago, and now they're out of print. So I don't know. Who knows? Anyhow, Curse of Fenric was the first one that Nordstar sent me. One of my all-time favorite 7th Doctor stories, by the way. Great stuff. Really good. An example of just how good the series was getting again and how much it was getting back on track towards the end of the classic era, but sadly it was too little too late, and it was cancelled as of the end of that season. But we'll get to that when we get to it in the disambiguation, which I will be getting back to at some point in the relatively near future, by the way, probably next month. Yeah, so anyway, this was the first one he sent me. And since then we've been communicating back and forth, and he asked, you know, I gave him a list of the ones that I was looking for and the ones that I already had, just so there was no confusion there. And yeah, so he's been on the hunt for the past several months, and well, apparently, I don't know if this is all of them, or if there's some other stuff in here. I was only actually expecting 5. Specifically, but the customs label here says there's 7 in here, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I know specifically which ones I'm looking for, but anyway, the Curse of Fenric here, he did include a note, so let me just read you the note here, and you'll get some idea of what Nordstar is all about. So he says, Sean, here is the Curse of Fenric. Hope it arrives safe and sound. It did. All in one piece. Tracking down all the out-of-print and original package DVDs is a challenge. Oh, maybe that's what some of the other stuff is, because he knows that I'm looking for some of the original releases that have since been re-released as special editions as well. I didn't send him a list of any of those, so I don't know if I don't know. We'll see. But I like a good challenge. I've been an out-of-print hunter since about 2006. Living in New Mexico doesn't offer me very many local stores, but the ones there are have provided a great abundance of titles. There are still dark corners of the internet where the adventurous can enter and pull out these great treasures. So be on the lookout for more. Well, that day has finally arrived. So let's not waste any more time. Let's crack this puppy open and see what goodies. Hard to find, out of print, otherwise crazily expensive unless you know where to look. Unless you got Nordstar's collection or connections. Stuff. I kind of lost my train of talking there. My train of talking, yes. Very careful here. Alrighty. So I know what some of these are because we were talking about them, but as I say, the number on the customs label suggests you might have snuck a few more in here when I wasn't looking. So let's see what we got. Oh, okay, hold on. It says read first. Alright, let's read this here. Okay. Hi, Sean. Here's a batch of DVDs that should help fill in some gaps in the Doctor Who collection. It has been fun once again hunting down these out-of-print titles. I included Warriors of the Deep since it is included on the Beneath the Surface box set, and you already have the Pertwee titles from that set. That is true, yes. The wife and I enjoy your videos and hope you're able to find gainful employment soon, which of course I have. I'm now gainfully employed once again. Best job I've had in quite some time, actually. So the times of plenty shall be upon us once again. Or at least win the lottery. Is that a thing in Canada? Oh yes, we definitely have lotteries here. So you have time and money to continue the Who series. Oh, and there is a non-Who related title at the bottom. Wanted to make sure you had in time for Halloween. Oh, nice. Your friends Nordstar and Mrs. Nordstar. Awesome. Alrighty, well now I'm really curious about what all is in here. So let's check him out. Alright. So, this was one I was really wanting to make sure I got because it's a pretty notable Fifth Doctor story. We have story number 122, Earthshock. Yeah, the long-awaited return of the Cybermen, and I'm not going to say anything else about it because we don't want to give out spoilers. But this is one that I've been wanting to get for a while. And I actually didn't even know this went out of print until very recently because I went to look for it, and because I knew that the story that follows it went out of print. But then this one did too. The speculation is because you know how they've been doing the Doctors Revisited documentary series where they've been representing classic stories with new little interviews and stuff. Earthshock was the story selected for that, so you can get it on the Doctors Revisited set 2, the one that covers Doctors 5 through 8. But the individual disc disappeared. So anyway, here it is. Thank you very much. Awesome. Yeah, I've been wanting to see that one again for a long time, actually. It's great stuff. And then, of course, we have the story which immediately follows it. Story number 123, Time Flight. Considered by many to be not one of the show's most shining hours, but I wanted it simply because it kind of ties in with the end of Earthshock. And, of course, is a pretty significant part of the continuity in that regard. Plus, they actually got to film the Concorde in this, which is pretty cool. Which, of course, has long since been decommissioned. But there we go. Here we go. And now we have Warriors of the Deep, which actually, as Nordstar was saying in his letter there, actually goes really nicely with the Silurians and the Sea Devils from the John Pertwee years. This is basically a direct sequel to that and ties in with those stories pretty nicely. So there you go. Very cool. Let's see, we'll put them there, I guess. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Here we go. And then we got, you notice a lot of these are Fifth Doctor stories because basically everything that everything prior to this era that went out of print, I already have. I actually managed to grab them. None of the Fourth Doctor stuff went out of print. It was only, you know, first, second, and third. and then 5th, 6th, and 7th. So for some reason, Tom Baker was immune to it. I guess because they sell really well. But anyway, so we have story number 133, Frontios. Excellent, excellent stuff. I don't think I've actually seen this one since it originally aired. That's how long it's been. Yeah, rewatching Doctor Who this year has really been a treat, because that's been the case with a lot of them, actually, that I haven't actually seen them since they originally aired. Then we have another one. We got story number 135, Planet of Fire. Excellent, very good stuff. The penultimate 5th Doctor story, and a pretty significant story with the Master as well. So very, very cool. I don't think I've seen this since it originally aired either. Actually, no, probably not that long ago, but it's been quite... I haven't seen the 5th Doctor stuff for quite some time. And here we go, a classic 6th Doctor story. We have story number 140, The Mark of the Rani. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. This one I know I haven't seen since it originally aired. Yeah, a lot of the 80s stuff I watched kind of as it came out, and then I didn't really ever see it again. I think because in the repeats, even the repeats tend to favor the 70s a lot of the time. And the 60s, of course. And then last but not least, it says Trick or Treat. So something for Halloween. We might do a follow-up video on this one, depending, of course, what it is. We'll see what we got here. Oh, thank you so much. I tried to get my hands on this a while ago, but I could never find it. We got the Roseanne Tricks and Treats collection, which is wonderful. Roseanne did some of the greatest Halloween episodes of any sitcom, rivaled, I think, only by Home Improvement. I think Home Improvement and Roseanne had the best Halloween episodes. Well, and The Simpsons, of course, but everyone knows The Simpsons. But in terms of non-animated stuff... yeah, Roseanne did some of the greatest Halloween episodes ever. And this is the Mill Creek version, which actually includes all 8. There was an Anchor Bay release, which I think was missing one. But this contains all of them, which is fantastic. So, yeah, definitely going to be watching this. Especially since, sadly, during the recent troubles, I had to sell my Roseanne collection. But that's okay, because basically the plan is just to get the complete series set. Just get the box, the complete series set, all in one fell swoop, and then, you know, save some shelf space. So I take it as a blessing. Because it was nice to have all the 9 season sets for all the different artwork and stuff, but yeah, after thinking about it, I thought, well, why not just sell these, and then I'll get the complete series set, because I really need to save shelf space. So I did that with a lot of seasons of shows. Like I sold my Columbo collection. I had all the Columbos, because they've got a complete series set out now, so it takes up way less shelf space and stuff like that. So cool. Anyway, yeah, that's fantastic. So basically this only leaves one. There's only one stray out-of-print DVD left, which is the first story of season 26, namely Battlefield. So that one's really hard to track down. I haven't seen it going for less than $60-70 lately, so that's okay. So basically what this means is now, thanks to the efforts of Nordstar, I can fill in the rest of the gaps up to the end of season 25 and have a solid run right up to the end of season 25, and then just be missing that one story. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Thank you very, very, very much, Nordstar. Really appreciate the effort and the questing. You've definitely made my quest for the complete classic Who collection a lot less painful as it might have otherwise been. So thanks again, man. Keep in touch, and maybe we can track down Battlefield at some point. Alrighty, so that is it from me to you for now. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you again soon. Until then, sayonara.